Yeah, my today's journal, my today's contemplation. I think that what we are like, every time I keep using this we. I mean, I feel like a whole lot of people at the same time. Because when I say we, I'm not even thinking my neighbors or the country. I'm thinking myself still because we is it's like I'm more than one person, right? So yeah, it's like we are all seeking the same thing, one thing, which is clairvoyance, clarity. We call it peace, we call it freedom. It has different names. But it's like it's one search. A state of clarity, a state of calm, right? And I just feel like this moment, and I really feel like a compilation of like knowledge I've gathered and experiences and realizations I've had is freedom is not best when it's in a form of a release. I mean, that's like also freedom. Or when there's a certain form of fear, like you're terrified of something and then you now finally get released, like get free, that's a certain kind of freedom, right? But there's this kind of freedom where you are able to wait, you're just able to be there in that thing. It's like we are waiting for a time where we will never get to experience anything bad. And it's almost as if I'm trying to lose that illusion in my life. We are seeking for a state of total calmness, total peace, and it's like, I keep shooting myself in the foot, and because that's like not possible. And when I say that's not possible, then there's this thing inside you that wants to say, what do you mean it's not possible? It's more of like, why not the freedom in every experience? And that's like, I think I prefer. I think that's like a gem. That would be like a treasure worth finding. Is what happens next tomorrow, nobody knows. You can't tell. Imagine now being too terrified of next tomorrow that you can't even live properly today. It's kind of like we all have this I want to be free feeling, right? Which we cannot undo. But then there's that extra, I want to be free, but yet I am free before I become free. I think that's the thing. Like a freedom that comes before the actual freedom. It's like 5 minutes you're like, I'm stuck. In the 10 minutes you're like, I'm stuck, but right? And it's actually a reality. It's a thing. Because I think I experienced these things in bits. I'm trying to like make it a consistent thing where the experience is everything, to be honest. Because to be honest, I it's like it's like, I mean, somebody is old enough already to know that the promises are sometimes just promises. After secondary school you'll be fine, after this, after that, after I write, after I get there, after the increment, after I marry, after, and it's like too many afters. That's because we have a definition of freedom is that release. So after, but we keep forgetting that after the release, the chaos will come back. There's no permanent release. I mean, after it's like, it's like, can't we also get used to the fact that the chaos too is freedom, and the freedom is freedom, whatever the freedom is. Man, it's crazy, to be honest, to be very honest. It's like, after I get this bloody lives, and why I like the psyche and the human nature of myself is that I believe it's like, and it kind of like helps you to like work towards something. It's like the mind sets itself up to solve a puzzle, solve the puzzle, and the mind wants to be tortured. You can solve the puzzle again. It's like, don't you get the idea, bruv? You are in between a reality that you cannot undo. You can't take away chaos. You can't take away problems, and you can't keep the season. Like seasons, man. You can't have all rain. You can't have all sun. So I'm trying to like get my grip on this thing internally. I'm trying to like embody this thing, man. It's like, promises. And that's why people get scammed, basically. You latch onto the promise, and you get into the rabbit hole, and you are locked in. You can't get away. It's because we're all searching for that final release. But man, there's no final release, because there's a release already. It's like you are participating in it already, man. That's what I feel like, man. Like, if I'm in pain, I'm in pain. That's my freedom. If I'm in joy, I'm in joy. That's my freedom. And the release, the ability to be like in pain and to get joy, that's switch. It's like the fun of life, the cycle. So I must keep switching, and I must keep getting used to switching. Right? And there's no final switching. And I hear people say, after 50 years of something, I realized I didn't know anything. And it's like, really, right? Because you don't know anything. 50 years, 100 years, 120 years, if you live 500 years, it's still the same thing. It's just so beautiful every day. Yeah. Lies. Yeah. I think I'm good. I'm good.